Although it looks like a mortar half-track, some flak panzer and infantry half-tracks are moving in, so that will help the effort, but it's certainly going to be costly at the moment. And the Germans are repairing their Stuks, not scavenging this wrecked Sherman, though that would really give them some extra munition. Then again, not munitions is lacking. In fact, he has ridiculously large amounts of munitions. Not entirely sure where or how or why he's not using it. But there you go, and we hear a strafing run of some sort going in, probably forcing the Panzergrenadiers once more into retreat. There we go, 3 wounded Panzergrenadiers writhing in pain, begging for help. So it looks like the Americans have managed to force their way into the trench and seize it from the Germans. The Germans not really doing well. And Mr. Kh0rn just throwing in Panzergrenadiers without much support and trying to hold the line without really setting up any defenses, despite the fact that he is Luftwaffe, so he can get some Fallschirmjäger Luftwaffe field troops, lay down barbed wire or some flak feelings, and at least increase the defensive strength of the positions. And we of course have Mr. Blue just charging ahead without much regard, and we see a large assault going in right into the line of fire of a Calliope barrage, killing plenty of German troops, but they continue. No, they don't. In fact, they decide to completely retreat now. A bit of laughing from the American commanders as they enjoy their handiwork. Puma and Stuk trying to hold the line, but they are simply not up to it. The Stuk not really again effective against infantry for the most part, and the riflemen are just charging ahead, perhaps looking to get off some sticky bombs on these Stuks. And we have 1 veterancy 3 rifleman team, meaning lots more damage and taking a lot less damage. Quite lethal, quite dangerous, quite tough. But looks like the German forces of Kh0rn has finally managed to seize this northern point once more, which is certainly a victory, although small one, since in fact very low on victory points at the moment. And we see a martyr being hunted down by all of these riflemen. Flak panzer opening up in support, guns blazing away, infantry half-track also trying to maneuver in, and we also see the mortar half-track moving in. But most of the riflemen do make their way, and the martyr gets sticky. It looks like 1 rifleman team might be lost though, and the martyr does survive, albeit with a damaged engine. Burning, it seems, too. And we see a Sherman charging in and a Calliope barrage in support, doing a bit of damage to all of this German vehicle and armor. But looks like it will be knocked down by all of these Panzerschecks and Stuks. So there we go, another wrecked Sherman right in the middle of the road. And German troops charging past it, but right in the middle of a Calliope barrage. Quite horrific. Although not many losses, in fact. Quite miraculous, one might say. And how many Calibers do we have? We do have 2 on the field. No veterans up for 1 either of them though. M10 apparently trying to hold the line, knocking out the Puma, but it's certainly going to be knocked out by all these Stuks and Panzerschecks. And there we go, Panzer Grenadier knocking it out. And it's certainly been a rather singular effort here from either commander. Not much in terms of support weaponry. And charging forwards once more, exposing themselves to an awful lot of fire. Stuk being the subject of plenty of anti-tank gun fire from all sides. Sticky bomb going off as well. 1 Stuk down, other Stuk will go out as well. It looks like destroyed engine, main gun destroyed as well. Americans charging in, plenty of Panzergrenadiers dead as well. Not able to hold against this tide of angry riflemen, highly veteran as well, slaughtering all before their path or driving it away. Fuzzman desperately trying to hold the tide back, but they are just cut down. And looks like the reconnaissance elements are moving in, having gained extra veteran squad sizes, meaning they will be a bit tougher and of course able to hold out for a bit longer, but apparently to no avail. Only 34 victory points. They must really try to hold this central trench position with all they have. And what is this? Tiger from the 503rd Schwere Panzerabteilung, ready to do its best against the Yankees, but another caliber barrage clearing out this entire area. And these Panzer Grenadiers apparently getting off a bundle grenade, clearing out this anti-tank gun, it seems, but now forced to retreat in the face of all of these American troops. And further airborne reinforcing, probably 82nd Airborne Division. And we see another caliber barrage going off. Where to? Right here into the trench where these Panzer Grenadiers are attempting to seize this fuel point. Oh dear, killing 2 Panzer Grenadiers, sending them into the great beyond.
The enemy advances.
Tiger moving in, ready to hold the central victory point. And looks like there's going to be a large push for the northern VP from Bateman, gathering up all his airborne, all of his riflemen to make one crazed push for it. We'll have to see how that goes. And we see the Tiger moving further forwards. Rather nice camouflage pattern too. Really nice tank, if you ask me. But I don't suppose you are. Further Shermans moving in. Apparently Crazybatemen also getting some now. And there we go. Large force moving in. 3 infantry teams, 1 airborne team, and an engineer team as well. And of course all defenses are focused right here. Absolutely nothing here or any attempts at actually moving in from the south. Quite a defensive effort from the German forces, and certainly not an awfully inventive one. There we go. And we see a caliber barrage firing off, pinning down the German troops, probably going to make them believe that something is going to happen in the center, while the actual thrust and a strafing run getting a few Panzer Grenadiers, but the main thrust of the American effort. What is this? Oh dear, no! I missed that a plane got shot down and crashed down right here. Oh dear, I apologize, my dear viewers. I apologize deeply and sincerely. That's always something spectacular. But there we go, and they have secured the north, forcing the entire German forces to scramble for a quick counterattack before it is too late. The Americans moving in to try and delay the German defenders before they can move up to this point. Greyhound armored cars seizing it, in fact. While the American troops are desperately trying to act as a delayer, airborne suffering heavily, going to have to retreat. Now it will only be the riflemen and the armored car to hold this northern point. And there we go, completely forgetting the central victory point, as well as they move all of their forces to the north. Although it looks like one remembers what it's all about and keeps the Tiger in reserve, watching over this point. Ooh, looks like we have some butterfly bombs as well. Impressive. But it's a bit too late, since again they hold the north. So we'll have to see what they do. They'll need to launch a rather hefty counterattack, but does not look like they have the forces for it, or the support weapons. Only a Marder and Wirbelwind plus plenty Panzer Grenadiers, but might not be enough to break through this anti-tank gun and all of these riflemen with high veterancy. Panzer Grenadiers seizing the area around them, not focusing on the actual point here. Anti-tank gun moving a bit too close, but now it looks like we have the major fight. Riflemen gunning down all of these Panzer Grenadiers who keep charging forwards, ignoring all pretenses of cover. Heavy losses for the Panzer Grenadiers. Incendiary grenades going off on the riflemen. Not too many losses on the riflemen, in fact. And we have a second team getting veterans free. Further Panzer Grenadiers charging ahead, recklessly and without regard to the losses. Bit of fighting in the north as Shermans and Calibis are moving forward, providing heavy fire support. And these Panzer Grenadiers are charging ahead again. Veterancy-free riflemen just blasting away, although it looks like one team is in danger of being wiped out. Anti-tank on firing away. Now we see stormtroopers as well, really doing their best to try and seize this area, but getting fired upon from these riflemen. And oh dear, looks like this Panzer Grenadier team might be forced to pull back. Yes, indeed. And we see a Sherman charging in, forcing away the Panzer Grenadiers to try and deal with it, forcing them away from the actual objective. And it certainly looks like all is lost. And the Sherman is wrecked. But it looks like the fight is lost. The 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division did not conduct a strong enough defense, and they have lost the quarry and resource factories of Etavaux, allowing the Americans to seize this area and move through it towards whatever lies behind it. The German defensive positions in complete disarray, having suffered heavy losses in the defense of this area. So what can we learn? Well, for starters, don't exclusively focus on stormtroopers and panzer grenadiers. You want support weapons for them. I mean, you saw how the Panzer Elite player, for example, did alright with the infantry after and the mortar, but he didn't really move beyond that. He didn't get any Panzer Force. He only stuck to that and the Martyrs. No Panthers, no Panzer Force, no armored cars, no anything. It was rather flat in the end, as the American players managed to really adapt to it, meaning he did not have much an effect, and he probably just lost a lot of men constantly over and over again trying to attack. He didn't really use the doctrine either, the Luftwaffe doctrine, probably the strongest of the three Panzer Elite doctrines. No Fallschirmjäger, no Luftwaffe Field Division, no Flak 88, no Flak Feelings, just well the Flak, the Wirbelwind and butterfly bombs, which I really think is quite a misappropriation of such resources. Not a great use of stormtroopers either, mostly using them only to get Panzerschrecks, not really assault rifles, and then only getting those Stuks and Pumas, no Nebelwerfers, which could certainly have helped against anti-tank guns, and all the other things. He didn't really try to go any further and like get Panzer Force or Panthers or even an Ostwind, and he was also rather late in actually getting any veterancy, and then no veterancy for the armor. So that was a bit odd, and I don't really think good usage of his assets. So there you go. On the other hand, of course, the Americans did alright, despite with the weapon support since the start. They were able to coordinate and of course spread out, constantly attacking different places, which is really good. If one place is heavily defended, try somewhere else, because then it's probably not defended, and again that's rather a problem. They focused all of their things in one spot, did not try to protect here or even try to attack here. The Panzer Elite of course being better on the attack, and they could easily have tried here, but they didn't. They did nothing. So again, try to be aggressive. Even if you're the Axis, yes, you have to be aggressive. All sides have to be aggressive to a certain extent in Company of Heroes. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not subscribe or tell your friends. This is Imperial Dane saying, remember to attack.